What's up, guys? Let's talk about guest favorites. This is a new feature that Airbnb recently launched as part of its winter 2023 update. What guest favorites does is unprecedented on Airbnb. This is a special call out badge that you will get on your listing. You'll get it showing up in search. You'll get it showing up on the actual listing page for your property. Now, the idea is that that call out badge should result in more traffic to your listing, and it should give more guests the confidence to book with you, which should get you even more bookings. Now, the reason I say this is unprecedented is because a lot of you guys are going to look at this and go, well, isn't that just Superhost status? The difference here is that Superhost status applies to a hosting account, and it's a very fixed criteria that is required in order to become a Superhost. Whereas the guest favorite is a designation that you get for a specific listing, a specific property, not for your entire hosting account. So if you have one property on your account that has the guest favorites designation, that does not mean it's automatically applied to your other listings. It's also a lot more obvious for guests. People that are traveling and booking stays on Airbnb are going to be more aware of the fact that your place is a guest favorite than they were about Superhost status. Superhost status, you've got a small little badge that most people didn't even know what it meant, and most people didn't even realize it was there. Whereas with guest favorites, it's a huge call out banner that you get in two different places on your listing, plus it shows up in search. The other really cool thing is that guests can search for properties specifically filtering just for guest favorites. So this should drive additional traffic. The other way this is different from Superhost status is because there's no set criteria. You can do a lot of great work and be a phenomenal host and not get this guest favorites designation, because Airbnb has made it so that the guest favorites designation only goes out to the top 2 million most loved listings on Airbnb. As competition gets more fierce, you may lose your guest favorite designation through no fault of your own, just because other competitors are outperforming you. So it does drive additional competition, and it means that there's no exact specific criteria you need to meet in order to get this designation. What we do know is that on average, properties that have this designation on Airbnb have an over 4.9 star rating. So virtual perfection when it comes to guest reviews, and they have on average a 1% or lower guest issue percentage of claims. So this applies to host cancellations or trip quality related issues that get escalated through to Airbnb support, less than 1% of all stays. You have to really be doing a great job of satisfying your guests in order to get this guest favorite designation, especially if you're trying to hold on to that long term. But is it actually worth it? Well, we've yet to see how worthwhile getting this designation really is. And as is kind of always the case with these kind of designations, it's sort of a correlation or causation type of issue, where we don't know whether any increase you might see in performance is going to be the result of having the badge, or if it's more so the result of just doing the things that got you the badge. Obviously, people that do a better job of satisfying their guests, that get great guest reviews, that have phenomenal guest experiences, are going to attract more repeat guests, are going to just do a better job hosting, are going to show up better in search results, and are generally just going to perform better. What we do know is that not having this badge is not going to be make or break. What I have seen all the time since Superhost status became a thing years and years ago is people bending over backwards trying to get that status and freaking the heck out if they ever lose it or they miss getting the status. And although Superhost status or a guest favorite designation on Airbnb is a gold standard, it is certainly going to be great to have, it's not going to be worth losing sleep over. Just rest assured that if you do all the things that you need to do to be a really great host and perform well in general on your Airbnb, success will follow whether you have those specific designations or not. What this is though is a really cool benchmark to aim for and a really cool new feature that allows guests to select properties that are more coveted. Ultimately, it gives you another leg up over the competition if you do have this designation. It'll be really interesting to see the actual impact that this designation has on properties. I suspect it's going to be pretty significant, because not only can guests specifically search just for guest favorite properties, but they also get to see that badge when they're looking through search results before they've clicked through to your listing, which I suspect would lead to more click-throughs because of that additional trust that you're able to build by having that designation on your property. Additionally, on the actual listing page, there's huge call-out banners. We're not talking about some little badge like Superhost status. We're talking about a huge call-out banner at the top and an even bigger one further down the page of your listing. And that's going to really encourage people to trust booking with you, and it should, in theory, improve your conversion rates of your listing. Guys, just want to take a quick break here to say that for those of you watching who want to build cash flow and long-term wealth by purchasing Airbnbs and short-term rental properties, there's a link in the description right down below for a free training that'll walk you through my exact strategy for investing successfully in Airbnbs. Now, if you're not ready to actually buy properties and you want to get started managing other people's properties on Airbnb the same way I got started and build a full-time income managing other people's properties, there's actually another free training linked in the description down below as well that'll be a really great fit for you. So whether you want to invest in short-term rental properties and actually build amazing cash flow and long-term wealth by acquiring the assets, buying the properties themselves, or you're looking to earn a full-time income managing other people's properties on Airbnb, we've got some awesome trainings that are linked in the description down below that'll definitely help you out. When you sign up for the trainings, we're also going to send you a few other tools and resources completely for free just to help you get started. Again, the links to sign up are in the description down below, and both trainings and all of the tools are completely free. So make sure to register for the trainings, links in the description down below. If you have the guest favorite designation and you noticed any difference, change, positive or negative in your listing's performance, I would love to know in the comment section down below. For now, what you want to be aware of is that this is a moving scale. So there's nothing you can do to guarantee you're going to get this status other than just consistently delivering great quality stays to your guests and making sure that issues don't get escalated to Airbnb support, because again, less than 1% on average is that escalation rate. There's also factors that are being considered, just like your individual rankings in different categories like the value, location, host communication. So just make sure that not only are you getting great overall ratings, but you're getting great ratings in each one of the individual categories that guests review you on. So again, I'm really excited about this. I think it's a great new opportunity for us to take hosting to another level, satisfy guests even more, and perform even better. But I want to know your thoughts, so let me know in the comment section down below. Do you love this? Do you hate this? Did you get this status yourself? I want to know. If you liked this video, found it valuable, if it was helpful for you to demystify or clarify anything about the status, then make sure you let me know by hitting the like button down below the video as well. Just hit that like button, and it really does help me out tremendously with growing this channel and getting these videos in front of more people. And last but not least, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button there so that you can stay up to date. We post 2 new videos every single week to help you become a better Airbnb host, Airbnb investor, and Airbnb property manager. So whatever path you're on right now, if it has to do with Airbnb and short-term rentals, you're sure to benefit from subscribing to the channel. So just click the button down below to do that. With all that said, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.